And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another episode of Shitfic Showcase. So, NES Godzilla creepypasta. This is a long one.
So I've heard.
It's long, and it's got pictures, and it's
got Godzilla.
Yeah, it's got Godzilla, and it's creepy. No, it isn't.
There may or may not be pasta involved.
About half of the title of this thing is a lie. There is NES Godzilla, but it's not creepy, and as far as I'm aware, there is no pasta.
What a ripoff. Anyway, this one was recommended to me by our good friend Rayford,
who you can see in our Metal Gear Ghost Babble playthrough and some other videos on our channel.
Yeah. So, Evan, you have some familiarity with it too, right?
I've read the thing.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
So, I've never done it before, so here we go. Let's kick us off. So, when I was a little kid, the two things I loved most in life were Godzilla and NES games. So naturally, when Godzilla Monster of Monsters came out, it was like a dream come true. Well, almost. To sum it up, most of the game revolved around getting through very repetitive outer space levels while smashing up tanks and jets, and then fighting against Godzilla's monster enemies. With Godzilla being the monster of the monsters.
Indeed.
This is how this game works. Overall, it was pretty mediocre, but back then I didn't care. When I got the game as a present for my 10th birthday, I played it night and day, as much as I could. Unfortunately, I had traded the game for Amagon a year later, much to my regret, when I found out what that game was like. Recently, I'd bought a new NES system, and through a lot of hunting and asking around, my friend Billy finally managed to find a copy of Godzilla Monster Monsters. I'm especially Billy from Billy and Mandy.
Yeah, he'd be fucking dumb enough to have a copy of this somewhere in his ass crack.
Or his giant nose.
Yeah. Also, Amagon. This is my game, Amagon.
Yeah.
That's what that fucking means.
Hey, you want me to play Godzilla? Amagon. Bye. Bye, Billy. I was pumped to play my favorite childhood game. It never even occurred to me to ask where Billy found it.
Hell.
His nose.
Grimm's brain.
He also gave me some other games like Legend of Zelda, Bomberman, and some stupid thing called Action 52, but Godzilla had to come first. Fuck Zelda and Bomberman. Garbage. Piece of garbage.
And Action 52, that one might be good.
Oh yeah, totally. It's got, there's fucking 52 of them.
Mm-hmm. Not gonna be bad. At least one of them's gotta be good, right?
Right. Lots of action? Like 52 actions? So I started the game, and the nostalgia came flooding back like a tidal wave.
Like those, because they flood and stuff. That's...
Yeah.
Way to use a fucking cheap metaphor!
Godzilla's 8-bit theme song flooded proudly through the speakers.
Flooded
as
again.
I was soon flooding like an idiot.
Some people flood at me for flooding such flooded games.
But I've never had as much enjoyment for any games other than those on the NES.
Fucking Elmer Flood wrote this.
Using the flood from Mario Sunshine. Those 8-bit games take me back to when things were much simpler, more safe. Like Godzilla and shit. But after what's happened with this game, I don't have those feelings anymore.
This game beat me.
I've been violated by Godzilla for NES. I've forgotten how quick the fun of smashing things as Godzilla wore off in the scrolling levels. The game bombards you with bullets and things crash into you from every direction, and you're too big to avoid most of them.
It's really a terrible game. The AVGN talked about it and it's not a good video game.
Yeah, I'm not maybe we should play some of it.
Yeah, maybe so.
The next, like, NES 6-pack.
Yeah.
Although my excitement had worn down some, it wasn't long at all before I got to my first boss battle. My opponent was Godzilla, an obscure squid kaiju who had never been in a Godzilla movie.
Oh, right off the bat.
Oh boy. Obscure squids.
Obsquid.
That'll be my fucking indie band. The most annoying thing about fighting Godzilla is that he always backs you into a corner and starts smacking you with his tentacles. And you're unable to move until he gets off you.
Or you offer him a clarinet.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Squidward just full on trying to whoop someone's ass?
He
How
fucking
big a boy are
SpongeBob.
you?
SpongeBob got his last fucking nerve. He was like, I can't stand him living in that goddamn pineapple anymore.
I'm gonna go over there and give him a 1-2.
Yeah. This move doesn't do any damage, but it can stall you until the timer runs out. You have to start the fight over, and you regain some health. Wow, that's bullshit.
That's such
Like-
ass. It's as annoying as it sounds, like he says.
Oh joy. It's as annoying as it sounds, like he says. And of course, he did it when I fought him. Only for some reason, this caused the game to glitch up. Because once he started smacking me, he never stopped. I'm gonna keep whooping that ass. Whoop some Godzilla ass.
Hold on, actually, I think I can full screen this and maybe we can see the whole image.
The timer is supposed to end the fight in about 40 seconds, but this lasted for nearly 5 minutes. After a while, the graphics started to mess up with little red blocks all over the place. Ah! Hyper-realistic blood!
Yeah, it's so realistic. Blood looks just like that. Okay,
You ever
so
cut yourself and
we're
have the blood squares come out?
already with the fucking the game's glitchy and shit. That never happens with old NES games,
Of course not. Never.
which was weird.
But I just took the game out, blew on it, and then started again. Wasn't about to let a little glitch stand in my way.
You really should.
So I started again, and this time defeated Gazora and the level's other boss monster, Meguera. Meguera.
It's just a picture of Godzilla in a sombrero.
Or it's just it's Gazora with a sombrero, the little maracas, and a fajita. Because that is what Mexicans are like.
Yeah.
Clearly. We say living in Texas.
Yeah. Like I've got, but the school that I went to, even as white as my town was probably like 20% Hispanic, and none of them ever did that shit.
Yeah,
But fuck it.
Majority Hispanic in damn near every school I went to, and yeah, totally. But because we're us, that's Moquena. That's how we're picturing it.
Yes, because we're us.
We're assholes. If you're new to our channel, hi. So, then it was on to the next planet, Mars. You fucking beat the boss, and then it's like, fuck this game, I'm moving to Mars. I don't even want to be on Earth anymore. Fuck
I
it.
don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Nope. Not with Godzilla NES.
I don't want to even be on the same planet as this fucking game. I think that might have been the plot to an
AVGN.
Yeah, I think that actually happened in an AVGN episode, like Planet of the Apes. Like in Planet of the Apes, the whole idea was, I'm tired of living on a planet with shitty games, so he just gets in a cheap-ass looking spaceship and flies the hell off.
Perfect. I browsed around the board and found something unexpected. Where Varen's piece... I don't know how to pronounce the fucking names of Godzilla. I'm not that familiar with Godzilla. Fuck off!
I don't know it either. Varen, I think?
Varen.
Yeah.
Varen.
I think I heard AVGN maybe say something about Varen once.
Varen Malakian. But where he should have been, this piece should have been, there was instead a piece representing Titanosaurus. There were only 10 kaiju in the game, and Titanosaurus was not one of them. Or so I thought.
Oh no. Fucking a different monster.
Perhaps Titanosaurus was originally intended to be in this game, but was swapped out with Varen for some reason?
Maybe?
Oh, there he is, a Titanosaurus!
Which one is he? Is he like the fucking chicken dragon? Is he the fucking, like, sea dragon? Or is he Squidward?
Or one of the mini turd piles. Or the snowflakes.
Is it fan or doo-doo butter or city? You decide. We report, you decide.
So I began to feel very excited
About doo-doo butter.
because I wasn't fighting a shit monster. Not only was I playing my favorite game, but I was playing a prototype of some sort with a new monster. Needless to say, I ran through the levels as fast as I could to see Titanosaurus in action. Fucking Cheezosaurus Rex.
Cheezosaurus Rex!
I fought Godzilla again and beat him before he could do his tentacle smack. Tentacle smack! Not the tentacle smack!
Oh god, not the tentacles!
This
They're
time-
in my orifices!
But this time, the glitch started happening when he died. Godzilla jizz on my face as Sprite didn't sink to the bottom, but instead seemed to be devoured by the glitch. And his eyes started randomly spawning all over the screen. Oh, my eyes!
Beautiful, beautiful.
Lovely.
Yes.
I know now that these glitches with Godzilla were my first warning sign that something was very wrong with this game. But foolishly, I ignored it, like a little stupid child. I proceeded on to fight Moguera, who this time had a glitch of his own.
What's the glitch? That he has a bandsaw coming out of the back of him?
Or that is he a fucking mummy?
Is he wearing, like, fucking overalls or something?
With his drill face? Moguera was twice the size he should have been, which startled me. He was also considerably harder to beat than usual, which is to say, not at all.
So who cares?
Yeah, but still, like, twice as hard as Zero, you know?
Yeah.
But soon I had defeated him also, and when he died, yet another glitch happened.
Oh man, are you...
Oh, he looks shitty too!
Trypophobia.
No!
Trypnophobia, whatever that's called, the fear of holes. You got to go dig those... Ah!
This happened extremely fast, so I was lucky to get a screen cap of it at all. Yeah, I
What did he fucking have, like, a screen capping things there in case he needed to do that?
Totally. Because, I mean...
I thought that he was playing this on the original cartridge. Well, let me go back up. Hang on a second. Fucking hell.
He whipped his camera out real fast.
Yeah, like a fucking... Yeah, he had bought a new NES system, managed to find a copy of Godzilla Monster of Monsters. So he's playing this off an original fucking cartridge. It's not a ROM, and he's still screen capping shit when he had no expectation whatsoever of needing to.
Stop trying to inject logic and reason. What's up, it's creepypasta? But it's like glitchy, you know?
Oh.
Therefore, he has the screen cap software and stuff.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Do it.
Fuck it.
So, anyway, this happened extremely fast. So I was lucky to get a screen cap of it at all.
You almost said unlucky.
Yeah, I was unlucky to get a screen cap of it at all and play the game, and it's just bad. Godzilla NES. But what happened was that the giant Moguera sprite started to shatter and melt. I almost
Quote
said,
unquote, shatter and melt.
I was about to say, it started to shitter.
And malt.
Started to shatter.
Started to shitter and malt.
Also, if you look at the garbled text at the right corner of the screen, you'll notice what appears to be a bird in a cage. Despite all its rage, it is still a bird in a cage.
And instead of screaming, it goes tweet, 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 tweet.
Yeah, I still have no idea what it means. At this point, I was about to fight tomatoes, which is what I was about to say for some reason. I saw a capital T and a bunch of letters at the end, And in my peripheral vision, I was about to say fucking tomatoes, which I wish that you would fight fucking tomatoes in a Godzilla game.
Do I need to call an ambulance for you?
Maybe.
Are you having a fucking epileptic fit?
At this point, I was about to fight tomatoes, and I was worried as to what kind of glitches would happen this time.
And to my shock and horror, a bunch of tomatoes showed up on screen.
But to my surprise, tomatoes look just fine. Although all the game's bipedal monsters were the same height, tomatoes was a bit taller.
Tomatoes was tall.
Yeah, some tall fucking tomatoes. But since tomatoes actually was taller than Godzilla in his film debut, I thought it was kind of cool. You know?
Yeah, just exactly like fucking tomatoes.
Big tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Maters.
After a very fun fight with a monster that wasn't supposed to be in the game, I took over the enemy base and proceeded not to Jupiter like normal. I thought that was a verb. I proceeded not to Jupiter like I would normally do.
Normally I would Jupiter around.
Yeah, you know, that's what I... That's, yeah,
Is
that's
that like
the usual
Is that like a
routine.
fucking Fortnite dance or some shit?
No, I proceeded not to Jupiter like normal, but instead to... pathos.
Oh, shit. That's a word that means something, so it's gotta mean something.
Yep. Usually things that mean something also mean things.